Hi, I am Deborah R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you pay the right vendor. Now, this vendor master file tip of the week is don't put your business checks in the USPS mail blue boxes. And I actually did a podcast about the United States Postal Service, and that's going to come up right after this video if you're interested. But the U.S. Postal Service Inspection Service actually investigates the robberies of these mailboxes, and that's what's really going on. So there was an article in Scripps News that said Postal Service expands employee safety efforts amid theft and robberies. And if you click on the link that I'm going to put in the description to that article, you'll see some very disturbing videos where these thieves are really just robbing these mail carriers. And this is not the first time, right, that that's happening. It's been happening. And if you go on the United States Postal Inspection Service, you'll see that they have, if you click on news, that's right up in their menu, they have listings of wanted posters that will show pictures of these thieves because they're trying to catch them. And so they're even offering rewards for them. So in the description, you'll find links to both the article and then also the United States Postal Inspection Service page if you want to get more information on what's happening and keep up to date on the trends. Also, the United States Postal Inspection Service has tips for prevention as well, but I'm going to share some with you today. Now, why are these thieves robbing these mail carriers? Well, it's all about the mailbox keys. So they're trying to get the arrow keys. The arrow keys are a master key to open up the locked USPS mailboxes in the same area. And so these keys are actually going for $1,000, anywhere from $1,000 to $7,000 on the dark web, just depending on how many mailboxes are in that area that it opens and maybe how also affluent the area is. And so they're stealing these mailbox keys from the mail carriers, selling them on the dark web or using them themselves to get into not just the blue mailboxes, but any multi mailbox like at apartment buildings, maybe even office buildings, condo buildings, right? And so the point is to get steal the mail, and they're looking for multiple things including checks. And with checks, they can then create counterfeit checks using the information on your real check, or they can whitewash the check and make that out to themselves or whomever so that they can deposit it. So here are some preventative measures to avoid paper check theft from these mailboxes. And the first one is just take the mail into the post office. So I know I used to do it too. We would have mail runs or mail that we would have to get out of the office at the end of the day. And right, there's that blue mailbox on your way home, but don't do that. Take it directly to the post office and go inside and deposit it in whatever receptacle or slot they have to collect mail that's going out. Or if you absolutely can't do that, and you want to drop it off at the blue box, make sure that you drop it off at the collection time so it's not sitting there. And definitely don't let it sit there overnight. And then lastly, how about just switching to another form of payment if possible? If you have a corporate card program, maybe a P card or a virtual card, or maybe even ACH or wire. But if you have or switch to an electronic payment method, make sure you have fraud prevention controls built into that as well, because all payment methods come with some risk of fraud. ACH and wire and check are the most. Credit card, some of the credit card benefits or features is that it will cover you if there's theft or fraud. So you might want to take a look at your corporate card program if you have one and see if that's something that you can convert your check payment vendors to. Now, I also wanted to bring up or include a link in the description from a monthly webinar series that I do. And I just did one April 17th, 2024. That was called Avoid Paper Check Fraud When Paying Your Vendors in 5 Steps. So this kind of goes beyond what you can do to prevent checks being stolen from the blue mailboxes. It is free and it's 30 minutes, and I will put a link to that on demand recording in the description. All right, so if you like more information on how to improve your vendor process, please go to my website at deborarrichardson.com for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, fines, and bad vendor data. Now, if you like training on the vendor setup and maintenance process for your vendor team or accounts payable team, check out the Vendor Process Training Center at training.deborarrichardson.com. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.